Hello and welcome back to another episode of World Tour on Football Manager 2021, where we are currently in charge of Sligo Rovers in the Irish First Division after winning our first league title with Chennai City of the Indian Hero I-League. Incidentally, if any of you are managing Chennai City or Sligo Rovers, it'd be great if you let me know how you're getting on in the comment section down below. Also, if you're just doing a general journeyman save, I'd be interested in hearing who you're managing, how you're doing, and all that kind of stuff. But let's get into the episode. So, since the last episode, where we played Wexford and Cork City, we've played a few games off camera, a few friendlies as well, because there was a big gap between a few games. It was like 2 weeks gap between each match that we played. So, we first played against Shamrock Rovers Mark II, managing a 1-0 victory thanks to a David Corley goal in that one. We then played a friendly against Bray Wanderers, beating them 3-1. We then beat Drogheda United 3-0 in the league. Goals from Danny Morrissey, Ronan Coughlin and Shane Daly-Butts. And then had a friendly against Rangers and somehow managed to beat Rangers 2-1. Danny Morrissey getting himself a brace in that one, which is a pretty shocking result, to be honest. Then we played against Athlone Town in the league and battered them by 6-2. Gary Buckley getting a hat-trick, Stephen Christopher getting a brace, and Sven Gertlicher, our young striker, even getting on the score sheet. Then it was Leeds United, and we managed a draw against them. Another great result at a friendly, a 2-2 draw against Leeds United, which was followed up by a 4-1 victory over Cove Ramblers. Christopher, Buckley, Morrissey and Mann all getting on the score sheet in that one. And then the game we just played was a friendly match against Aston Villa. And to be fair, the scoreline flatters Aston Villa, to be quite honest with you. We played very well in this game. We went 1-0 down thanks to a Louis Barry goal, but Stephen Christopher brought it back to 1-1, and then an unfortunate penalty scored by Jack Grealish and a late third from John McGinn gave Aston Villa the 3-1 win on the day. But in today's episode, we have 2 league games, and we could seal the First Division title and promotion back to the Premier Division of Ireland with victory in both or even just one of today's games, depending on how other results go. So we have Bray Wanderers up first, who are in 8th, and then we play UCD, who are 6th. Bray Wanderers, of course, if you remember, we beat 6-1 the last time we played them, so hopefully we can have a repeat of that. But before we get to that game, there's been some transfer dealings, and it's not ones that I'm happy with. I'll let you in on a little secret. I've been trying to sign all the players whose contracts are expiring at the end of December. I'll just show you them now. But none of them want to sign. So this is who's still yet to sign. Obviously, there's some big names there. Will Seymour, he was a starting centre-back all season. I've now dropped him for Signitas Olberkis because he's not wanting to sign a contract. Nobody is, or nobody that I want to sign a contract is signing a contract, and that is because they think that they're going to get less money, which is probably true given the state of our finances. Now, I've managed to somewhat get them looking a little bit better than when we arrived here, but they're still not great. Minus 554,000 in the red. So this is why there's been some outgoings. So Ronan Coughlin, his contract was up, and he agreed a pre-contract agreement with Shelbourne. He was going to be leaving at the end of his contract with Sligo and moving to Shelbourne. And it gave me the option to try and get some money to sell him now. And I managed to get 50 grand for him, which I thought was pretty decent. I did try and get like 80 originally. His value's gone up now to 130k, but I think he was valued at around 80k. So it's not as much as I would have liked for him, but can't really complain when, first of all, he was bought on a free transfer, or got on a free transfer, and also his contract was up in like 5 months' time. Lewis Banks, another one, he's gone to Derry City. His contract was up. He wanted to renew, but he knew he wasn't going to get the same amount of money as he was on. So we managed to get 40k for him. I was a bit disappointed with that. I wanted a bit more. And then Stephen Mead he was one of our youngsters. I don't really know why he was so wanted by people, but Athlone under 19s, and I think Bray Wanderers under 19s were after him. He's not really got any standout attributes. I don't see why they wanted him. But 70 grand, which could rise to 185 grand, I'm not going to complain about that. Elsewhere, although there is at least one more player that is leaving us, Emmett Keedy. You can see he is moving to Dundalk on the 1st of January 2025 when his contract expires. Again, tried to sell him for a price. Dundalk weren't having any of it though, unfortunately. And it's very sad to see him go because he's one of our youngsters that came through from the youth team. I say that. I know that was a loan to Athlone Town. Yeah, so he's come through from our youth team and he's played really well for us. And it's disappointing that we've not been able to sign him to a new contract, but at least we've got him for the rest of the season, I guess. So here's the league table ahead of the game against Bray Wanderers. You can see we're still clearly top of the table, 19 points clear of second place Cork City. There's 8 games left, which means there's 24 points to play for. So I don't quite know how we can wrap up the league today. Because if we win and Cork City lose, we'd have 54. There'd be a 22-point gap. That's how. Yeah, so if we win and Cork City lose, then we've won the league. So let's find out who Cork City are playing today. They have got 4th place Drogheda United, so that's a bit of a tough one for them. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. But all focus and attention now goes to us and our game against 8th place Bray Wanderers. So we'll stick the opposition instructions on that my assistant is telling me to go with, and we will have a look at the lineup. We'll remove all these extra subs because there's no need for them. There's a few players still requiring fitness tests. David Corley, Mark Coyle, Kevin Coffey and Thomas Breen all requiring fitness tests. You'll notice that Emmett Keedy's been dropped to the bench. That is because obviously he's not going to be here next season, so I want to try and get the team that's going to be playing next season to be more comfortable with each other. Of course, you can see Power hasn't got a link to the other centre midfielders as much as Emmett Keedy has. If I put Emmett Keedy in there, so Emmett Keedy's linked with the other 2 centre midfielders. So we need to try and get that up for Dara Power. Now, centre midfield is not really a position that I've got any issues with. I don't think we've got Conor O'Malley that can play there, and if needs be, we've got Mark Coyle, who we have transfer listed because he's not played for us this season, but he's there if we need him. And of course, David Corley is a nice backup to have as well, if not getting on a bit in age. But I think we are going to leave the team like this for today's game against Bray Wanderers. So we've got Big Trevor in goal, Johnny Dunleavy at right back, Berkis and Mann, our new centre-back pairing, and Kelly at left back. Of course, Lewis Banks has departed, unfortunately, so Kieran Kelly comes back in as our first choice left back. Fortunately, he still has a bit of a relationship with Daly Butts, the left winger. Then Buckley, Verdon and Power are our centre midfielders. Christopher is on the right wing, Daly Butts on the left wing, as I said, and Danny Morrissey, the top scorer of the season so far with 16 goals, is up front. Let's hope we can continue our unbeaten run, because I forgot to mention that we're still unbeaten. 19 games gone, unbeaten. I'm not going to say it. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it because I know for a fact that it'll jinx it. So team talk time, and we are going to pump our fists and say we're favourites and we should be winning this comfortably. Seems to have motivated them as we head to the teams lining up in their beautiful, renowned Sligo Rovers red and white kit, as Bray Wanderers are in a green outfit today. That's about as much fashion knowledge as I have, just pointing out colours of clothing items. And what we'll do is we'll just pause it so we can get the correct fixtures on here. So we can see Cork City have already taken the lead. That's disappointing. So first chance of the game, Tracy with a goal kick given away to Morrissey, but he gives it back straight away to Bray Wanderers. Ball forward, intercepted by Kieran Kelly. Now long ball looking for Morrissey. It's going to come to Verdon though. Sam Verdon moving forward with it. Verdon shoots, and that's well wide. Never really looked like trouble in the goalkeeper. But first attempt on goal to us, or at least first highlighted attempt on goal to us. And we've not let Bray Wanderers have a shot on goal yet, which is a good thing. I guess we're bossing this game, but it's still 0-0. We've not tested the goalkeeper that much. We're going to say with hands on hips, I'm not happy with the performance out there. I thought I clicked it. I hadn't clicked it. There we go. We clicked it now. And we'll take a look at how people are performing. Anyone worrying? Kieran Kelly's a bit worrying. Left back on a 6.4. So we'll take him off. John Kavanagh can come on for him. Left back, Johnny Dunleavy's on a yellow card. I should be okay, hopefully, and not do anything stupid. So we'll just start the second half with that one change made at left back and hope for a bit better in the second half as Bray Wanderers have a free kick. It's Tobin. Plays it back to the free kick taker, Makalevy, and he plays it all the way back to his centre-back. The centre-back has the ball again, Bean with the ball forward, intercepted by Alberkis, and now we can come away with the ball. It's Verdon, who had that strange shot in the first half, plays a strange pass back to Christopher, but Verdon's got it again, back to Christopher. Now Verdon again, moving forward with it. Can he find someone else other than Christopher? He can. He finds Buckley. Nice through ball from him to Morrissey. Morrissey's there! Danny Morrissey has given us the 1-goal lead. Danny Morrissey just seems to be unable to stop scoring. 17 goals in the league this season for him, and it's an excellent finish. It's a classic Danny Morrissey finish and a classic ball to find him as well. Buckley with a beautiful through ball. Morrissey just 1-1 with the goalkeeper, just places it underneath him, and we have taken a second half lead here, and that moves us back to being 19 points ahead of second place Cork City. So just over 10 minutes to go. We are still in the lead, but I feel like we need to make a couple of changes. There's a few players that are lacking condition. So Sam Verdon is going to come off. We're going to bring on Conor O'Malley for him. And then also Stephen Christopher. We will swap with Daly Butts and then bring Liam Hassan on for Stephen Christopher at left wing. And that's all 3 changes made now for us as we head into the final 10 minutes of the game. Hopefully we don't concede a late goal, considering they've not had one single shot in this game. We have a free kick. Kavanagh with the ball in. Alberkis, I think, was there. It's cleared by Timmins. It's going to come back to Kavanagh. Another chance to get a ball into the box, possibly. Looping ball towards the back post. Hassan's there, the substitute. Plays it back to Buckley. Now O'Malley. Buckley! And it's in! Gary Buckley! The goalkeeper did his best to keep that one out. He sort of palmed it off the post, but somehow it still went in. Gary Buckley with an excellent finish. He's been a great goal scorer for us this season as well. I didn't realise he'd scored so many. Obviously, he got a hat-trick in one of the games that we played off camera, but he's managed 10 goals this season. And look at that. It was just palmed into the net by Tracy. He couldn't get enough of a hand on it to save it properly, and we have a 2-goal lead. Kavanagh with the ball into the box. Morrissey there with a header, and it's 3. Danny Morrissey's got a second of the game. Well, that puts it beyond doubt now. It's another victory. Unbeaten run continues. Kavanagh with the ball in. Lynch headed it away. Came to Mann, who played it out wide to Kavanagh again, who could get a ball into the box. Morrissey with a beautiful header. Goalkeeper no chance. 3-0 Sligo Rovers, and surely that is now full time and game over, as indeed it is. There's the full time whistle. It's a lovely 3-0 victory at home against Bray Wanderers today. We're very happy with the result and the way they played. And that keeps our 19-point gap at the top of the table. So there's 7 games left, which means there's 21 points to play for. So we move on to the next game where we play UCD, and hopefully we can win again. And then hopefully that means we'll be champions. I think. I don't know. I think that's how it'll work. So here we go. It's the big game, the game against UCD. If we win today, we are crowned champions of the First Division in Ireland and earn promotion back to the top tier. Let's hope we can do it. It was going to be a change that I'm going to make, though, from the last game. We are going to drop Kieran Kelly. John Kavanagh is going to come in for him. There's also been an injury. It's not a first-team injury, so it's not too concerning, but Thomas Breen is out for between 2 and 3 weeks. He's pulled his ankle ligaments in an under-19s game, so we'll be without him on the bench today, but he wasn't on the bench for the last match anyway. Sven Gerlicher was, so we'll just keep him on the bench instead. I think condition-wise, everyone is pretty fine and ready to go out there and crown ourselves champions of the First Division. Obviously not where we want it to be this season. We want it to be remaining in the Premier Division and battling for that title, but the game had other ideas, and we are instead, well, I was going to say fighting for the First Division title, but running away with the First Division title. And it's team talk time. We're going to say, with pumped fists, we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. It's motivated a lot of them. We're in a very blue stadium, as UCD do play in a sky blue, a Coventry City, Man City colour blue. That's my observations. That's enough observations of the kit colours, as there's a chance possibly for someone now. McNamee plays it back to Murray. Headed away by Alberkis. Our defence are very strong. at the moment. Buckley just manages to skip past the defender. So now Morrissey's there, and it's a good save from Grazza. Kavanagh to Verdon through to Daily Butts. We're very much on top in this game so far, very early on. It's Christopher. Is there going to be an overlapping run? There's not. Power with a long ball forward. Morrissey was trying to run onto it, but Grazza came out and collected and launches that ball towards our right back, Dunleavy. Now Alberkis back to Big Trev. Big Trevor Murphy. We've not seen much of him in the past few games. Didn't have anything to do in the last game. He was just sitting at his goal line reading the newspaper, I think, as Power plays a lovely ball over the top from Morrissey. A classic ball, and not a classic finish. It was nearly a classic finish from Morrissey. I think it took a deflection, but it must have done because it's a corner kick. Christopher with the ball in, headed away by McAvoy, and I assume that's going to be the end of that chance. Kavanagh with the ball forward, cleared. Morrissey's not going to get that one. Throw in, just by the corner flag. Dunleavy, headed away by Murray. Verdon's going to get this though, and we are on the attack once more. Sam Verdon. Is he going to shoot? He does, but it's wide again from him. He had that weird shot in the last game as well. He doesn't seem to be very good at long shots. I don't know why he's trying them, if I'm honest. So half time, and it's 0-0. We've let them have a shot as well, which isn't great, but at least it's only one. It's not like the last game where we didn't let the other team have any shots, but it's only one shot, so not too bad. And I'm going to say I'm not happy with the performance out there because they've not managed to score yet, and this is the game where we can win the title. We need to have a bit more creativity going forward. I think Kavanagh's not having the best of times now at left back. Well, if I can't have one rule for one and then a different rule for another, I'm not the current UK government. So Kieran Kelly is going to come on for John Kavanagh at left back. And Mann has a free kick. Nice short ball to Kelly. Now Verdon, who's had a lot of the ball today but not really done much with it. Christopher's got the ball on the right-hand side though. Can he get a ball into the box to Morrissey? He's trying to find space. Finds the ball to Verdon. Verdon on the second attempt. And I think that hit the post. Sam Verdon, he sort of fluffed his lines the first time and then managed to get a shot away, but wasn't to be a goal. Good chance though, as UCD with a chance. Kerrigan heads that just wide of the post. We have to be careful that they don't get us on the counter-attack, as we have been in charge of this game. We need to get a goal. To be honest, they've got another chance. Corner, McNamee, ball in. Excellent collection from Big Trevor there, our goalkeeper. And he plays the short ball out to Mann, who plays it long towards Christopher, headed away by Kerrigan. Power with a long ball over the top to Morrissey. A classic long ball again, but Murray with a brilliant tackle there on Morrissey. Couldn't let him get the ball out with his feet and advance on the goalkeeper as Grazza plays that forward. But Daly Butts has got it now. Now it's Buckley. He's going to find a through ball for Morrissey. He is, but that again doesn't get through to him, and Grazza has it once more. Flicked on this time, so he didn't waste the ball completely. And there's a ball over the top. Alberkis is too slow. Whelan's in on goal. Whelan scored. Colm Whelan has given UCD the lead. What is going on here? Okay, we're going to switch to attacking. We're going to go to our tactics screen and we're going to do something. I don't know what. We don't want to take Morrissey off. I don't know. Okay, I've switched to attacking. We'll just leave it at that. And okay, we've got a throw in. I was going to demand more, but we've got a throw in. It's Power. He's giving it away. Buckley, Verdon, back to Buckley. Verdon, is he going to shoot? He plays it to Buckley instead. Dunleavy, ball into the box. Morrissey's there. That's not in the back of the net from Danny Morrissey. How are we behind? Murphy plays a short goal kick to the centre-back, Alberkis. Long ball from him to Buckley. Is Morrissey going to make a run for Buckley to find him? He is. Morrissey, through on goal. It's Danny Morrissey. It's saved. And UCD are still 1-0 up. We can't lose our unbeaten record. Come on, we need to keep it. It's Christopher with the corner. Headed away by Crowlander. Now it's Mann. Give it back to Christopher. No, it's just ended. Okay, 75 minutes gone and there's not really much changed, to be honest. We're going to make a slight alteration and put Verdon up as the attacking midfielder. It's a risk if I take Morrissey off, mind. Daily Butts is looking anxious, so we're going to move Morrissey to left wing. I'm going to bring Sven Gertlicker on, the youngster, see if he can be our hero, the hero that we need. And we're going to demand more from the entire team as well. We've got less than 10 minutes left. We could be about to lose our unbeaten record. This was supposed to be the game where we win the league. It's not going to happen. We're not going to equalise. We're into stoppage time. And UCD are going to rob us of our unbeaten record for the season. I thought we were going to go invincible, but it's not the case. UCD with a shock victory. I'm very disappointed with that. I thought we were going to seal the title. That that's very disappointing. I don't know what to say. So we're still 19 points ahead of Cork City. I guess Cork City have got a game in hand on us. When do they play that game in hand is the next big question. So let's have a look. Cork City schedule. Okay, so they've got... Oh, yeah. No, they don't play it before our next game. We've got a cup game to come. So it looks like... Okay, so what I'll do... Oh, I don't really know. Yeah, so next episode, I'm going to come back for the Wexford game. I guess I have to do that because I have to show you us lifting the trophy. We're surely going to not lose the rest of our games and throw this away. So we'll be back in the next episode for the Wexford League game and the Cabinteely League game, and surely we will become champions at some point in those games, maybe before, if Cork City have games before that. When's our game? It's the 30th of August. Cork City's next league game is the 26th of August, and that's against Wexford as well. So Wexford could have a real say in when we become champions, not if, because it's pretty nailed on that we are going to be. But yeah, we'll play the Wexford Cup game off camera, and then we'll be back very quickly with the Wexford and Cabinteely league games, and hopefully we'll pick up the league title in those matches. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.